there's a few things that I would recommend for first-time campers. It seems like I'm being negative, and if you watch the channel, you know I'm not a negative person, but there is some negative things about camping. I just got through unhooking the sewer hose, aka Stinky Slinky, and so I'm making a mess. You staying? You coming? Come on. Guys, it is a beautiful day today. Right on the shores of Nashville. There's a lake right over there. I don't know what lake it is, but we're actually in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, or close to Mount Juliet. No, Antioch, Tennessee. That's where we are. Now, if this is your first time coming to the channel, my name is Tall, and this is YouTube channel Traveling Tall, and the channel is usually about motorcycles, Harley Davidson motorcycles. But today, we're talking about camping.
Traveling Tall is brought to you by Custom Dynamics, Zippers Performance, Chromeworks, Red Line Oil, Volunteer Audio, and Let's Roll.
We about to ride, you about to ride.
Camping is great. It's the best thing ever. I love going camping. That's what I used to say as a kid. I still love going camping, but the days of getting out of the truck, pulling into the campground, getting out of the truck, and going straight to the pool while my dad backs up the trailer, levels the trailer, hooks up the sewer, hooks up the water, hooks up the electricity, hooks up the cable, hooks up all those things and get everything settled and leveled while I'm in the pool is a little bit different than camping as an adult, where you are in charge of hooking up the Stinky Slinky, emptying the tank, the water, leveling the camper, taking off the hitch. There's a whole bunch of things to do before you can actually enjoy the camping. Today we're leaving. I just got through unhooking the sewer hose, aka Stinky Slinky. Now I got to put the cap back on. And I'm gonna give you my experience about camping, which is great, right? It's still fun. It seems like I'm being negative. And if you watch the channel, you know I'm not a negative person, but there is some negative things about camping. I think everybody should go camping. I think everybody should experience it. But a lot of people with their first couple of camping experiences end up trading it in because it's not as glamorous as they think it is. So this is just a real review, my opinion of camping. It's a great experience to be able to camp with your family. There's nothing like it. It's not as easy as most people would say. They only really show you the good parts of it, and it's not as cheap as most people would like to tell you that it is. For instance, I paid $101 a night for this place here. It has a pool, a jacuzzi, it's lakefront. The site's not lakefront. They had some sites for like $139 a night, but the hotels that my family stayed in around the corner, they was $160, something like that. So if you take the diesel cost that I pulled 200 miles away and it'll be 400 miles round trip, pulling this camper, getting roughly 13 miles to the gallon, I definitely would have came out, well, I would have came out about the same with the hotel. I would have been more mobile, wouldn't have to worry about pulling a big camper through the city or any of those type of things like that. Now, but having the camper, it's just better having the camper. Like last night, the family came over, we were under the awning, everybody was sitting out here having a good time, eating and relaxing. The kids was riding bikes and walking down by the lake. So the experience of it is well worth the trouble. But a lot of people don't really talk about the trouble or the cost. They say it's cheaper. And I found, since the camping rates seem like they're really pushing the levels, it's a lot more expensive than it used to. I remember campsites, yeah, it was like $39 and $49, and now it's pretty common to pay around $100. And I paid up to $200 for one campsite before, and that seems the norm now. But I just wanted to let you know that if you think that you're going to get into this and you're going to save some money, that's not a reason to buy a camper. Now, if you want a place that you have your bed, you have your own refrigerator, you pack all your stuff, and you can bring the dogs with you, you're not worried about, because I travel with dogs, not worried about checking into a hotel and seeing if they accept pets and all this nonsense. You know that, all the luxuries of home and the comfort of home, and it's also a familiar place with your animals, and it's a little bit more peace and quiet. You're not crammed into a hotel trying to find a parking space late at night, and for the most part, they're usually in safe areas where you're not worried about people breaking in and stealing your stuff. Like last night, I had both of the e-bikes out here unlocked. I wasn't worried about it. Usually campers, they look out for one another, and most of the times in the campsite, it's a good experience. But if you're thinking that you're going to do this to save some money, I don't think so. I haven't saved any money. Actually, I might have spent a little bit more money, because you're going to need the truck to tow the camper, and you're going to need some things for the camper. For instance, leveling blocks. I got the Anderson leveling blocks. I got these blocks for the stands. You need a hitch. Of course, you need a truck to tow it with, and just things on the inside. Well, my wife, she may have taken it to the extreme. We got like an air fryer, a Keurig machine, and everything that we have in the house, she wanted in here. So we're not moving one thing from one place to the next place. But we don't even have a TV, because we both have smartphones. We don't really watch TVs, but there's a place here for the television. The thing is, it's a great experience, but it's not any cheaper. It may have been back in my childhood when my parents used to go, because like I said, it was like $39 and $49 for campsites, but now they're right at that 100 mark. I don't think it's any cheaper, and it's definitely not any faster. If you're towing a camper, if Google says you're going to be there in 8 hours, towing a camper, you're probably going to be there in about 9 hours, because you just can't go as fast as other people go on the road. And you also have to watch out and plan your route a little bit more careful, because there's sometimes might be a low bridge. There might be some kind of structure that's, like, for instance, I've encountered some trees that's hanging over, and you have to hang it over the road, and so really low that it could knock off, that it could hit the top of the camper, and I had to swerve into the other lane just to go around it. So Google plans your routes, but it doesn't plan for things like that. So those are some of the things that you have to think of. And getting in and out of parking lots, waiting at the gas pump, even at Buc-ee's, there's people, because I have a diesel truck, there's people getting diesel, and there's less diesel pumps than there is gas pumps, and you have to wait in line, because most trucks take a little bit more fuel. They have bigger tanks than cars. And you also have to be mindful of the pump that you choose. You just can't pull in there all willy-nilly and get the first thing that you see, because you have to be mindful of the way that you have to come out of the gas station. I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you guys some of the things that most people, I don't think, will tell you, because, like, for instance, all my friends, I would recommend all my friends buying campers to go camping, because it's just that fun. It's fun to be out in nature, fun to be out with your family and experience camping. And all the work that it takes to set it up, all the work that it takes to break camp, I guess you'd say. Yeah, while you're doing it, it stinks. But the memories that you have, that you've created, outweighs all of that. So I recommend it for anybody who wants to go camping and to spend time with their family. It's just a whole different vibe than going to a hotel and always going from this place to that place looking for entertainment, when the campground itself, the lodging, is the entertainment. Where you stay, the community that you have here, the kids, they find friends and they ride bikes with their friends and they go to the pool and just hanging out under the awning, and people will walk by with their dogs, and you sometimes walk out there to the edge of the campsite and talk to them, or they come up to you and ask you where you're from and strike up conversations and stuff like that. So it's a different community than being in a hotel. And there's campgrounds wherever. There's campgrounds even close to New York City, no matter if you're in a big city or a small town, there's campsites. Again, one of the best campsites that I've been to was close to or in Washington, D.C., completely surrounded by all the things of D.C., but in this little bitty, well, not a little bitty, it was a big campground. This campground, it seemed like I was in a whole nother place. Felt the same way about the KOA in San Diego. That was one of the best, if not the best campgrounds that I ever stayed in, right in the heart of San Diego. You would have never known that you was in a big city. Beautiful place, KOA. If you ever get a chance to stay there, stay at KOA in San Diego. The downside is the preparation, and I guess when you're leaving, that would be the downside. But the plus side is when you're traveling, again, you can stop at a rest area, go back in the back of your camper and make a sandwich, take a nap, use the restroom, do whatever. You have your house with you. So that is one of the great things about having your camper with you. Even though you're getting worse fuel economy and you have to go slower, that's the trade-offs. So it's a give and take. And there's nothing that I feel like the convenience definitely outweighs the inconvenience. So let's get this hose off of here. This is the freshwater hose. So you need to buy a freshwater hose, and then we have a clean out hose. If you guys are interested, I will make a full list of everything that we needed to get started, because you need a little bit more than what you think. And with each camping trip, there's some things that I said I don't need, no need to carry with me anymore. And then there's things that I've seen on other campers, like that's better than what I have, and you end up buying it. And there's a few things that I would recommend for first-time campers that they might not know they need. So if you're interested in that, let me know and I'll make that video. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of water in the fresh tank, just because we're going back. You never know, I have to stop, use the restroom, wash your hands or whatever, so it's always good to have a little bit of water in it. I'm not gonna fill it up completely, but I'm going to probably put, I don't know, a fourth a tank, half a tank in it. We'll see. Just for the road, freshwater connection, put this back on here. We have this little water pressure regulator thing. I think it's what you call it on the end of it, because the water pressure at a campground can be inconsistent. So you definitely want to make sure that you are not over pressurizing, I guess getting too much water pressure inside the camper. So we put this little valve thing on it. I think my wife got that from Amazon, and it keeps it, again, kind of keeps the pressure at a safe pressure, I guess, for the camper. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. I just know we needed it, so we got it. Now, let's see, we got all these totes for storage that goes underneath. Got one just for this water hose. You don't want to mix this one with the stinky slanky, because this is your drinking water. It's called a drinking hose, but we just use this, the water in the camper, for cooking, showers, stuff like that. I'm not actually drinking out of it. Got this from Amazon too. And so I'm making a mess. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you, the last thing you want to do is unplug the camper. Save that for last, because the air conditioner is on, it's hot. I can go in and get cool off, take a little break or whatever. I'm gonna hook the truck up, then I'm going to unplug it and put that cord in here. So that will be the last thing that I do. All right, so let's go get the truck hooked up. All right, that'll work. Now, get this steps put up here. Close that. On this camper, one thing I don't like, it has manual jack stands. This is supposed to be the black label, and there's other gray wolves that's not black labels that have automatic jack stands. All right, so I get my Lynx levelers and put these in the bag here. And these, you can get them off of Amazon. 1, 2, 3, 10 go into the bag. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, start putting the stuff away. You also need some storage totes. Come on, buddy. All right, at this point, time to load the dog up. The air conditioner's been running in the truck. He's been inside the whole time with air conditioning running inside the camper, and now I'm about to go to the side, unplug the camper, and then put that in the box, load it underneath the camper, and roll out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe and comment. I can make more camping videos. Don't forget to visit the links in the description below for all the products you saw in this video. I want to thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep gliding, which has nothing to do with camping, but as always, have a blessed day.